My number 2 pick is Sister Nancy.
Bam bam ayo, what a bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam ayo, what a bam bam, ta what a bam bam.
My name is Tavares Strachan, and I am in New York City. Sister Nancy is incredible to me because she's my earliest memory of music. And my mom was playing her, and we were in a Nissan Datsun. I remember thinking, wow, this person's really powerful. And at this point, I'd only heard male MCs, and this was the first female MC I'd ever heard. One of the things that us Caribbean folks get excited about is reggae. And we get excited about reggae because reggae is one of the only places in the Caribbean where you get these stories about Caribbean culture and Black culture and our relationship to the African continent in the music. So when you see Caribbean people getting jazzed up about reggae, it's because we're having access to this history. My third pick was the Small Axe Anthology. Shout out to Steve, who is the maker of this producer of this film series. It was touching to me to hear Caribbean voices on the big screen. You don't hear them a lot. You don't hear the patois and the accents a lot. In Europe and in the UK, there's this myth that somehow America and the Caribbean have racial tensions that don't exist in Europe and in the United Kingdom. And so this idea that the kind of racial divisions that exist within the world primarily exist within America is debunked in the Small Axe Anthology. And you get to see the history of racial tensions in the United Kingdom in ways in which are not traditionally thought about, right? So it's super interesting from that vantage point. Stan Burnside is a Bahamian-born painter who is probably one of the most important painters, in my opinion, in that region and more or less the world, specifically because he has a very lyrical way of telling the story of struggle from the Caribbean perspective. And I think his paintings are they're magic. When you look at one of Stan's paintings, you feel like you're in the world that Stan's occupying, which is somewhere between the real and surreal, the actual and the imagined. And it's a beautiful space to be in because it's a space of pure joy. Bill Russell, in my opinion, is easily the greatest of all time in the game of basketball. People have their own arguments for why they think MJ's better. Bill Russell won 11 championships. And one of those championships he won as a player and coach. And he was doing this during the harshest kind of civil rights moments in America, which means he was going up against his opponents, which were on and off the court. Bill Russell kind of paved the way for the kind of model of athlete activist. My 10th and most important pick is Titus Kaphar, whose work I came in contact with in graduate school. Titus's work was one of the first moments that made me think about history in a way that wasn't fixed, and the kind of shifts of the gaze in those paintings really inspired me to think about history as something that was more fluid and less fixed. And that's my number 10.